Good morning, White Oak. I've been busy this morning up in the office, but I love the way you came down the hall this morning, and even those hugs I got in the foyer were just wonderful. Let's stand for our pledge. Attention.
Salute, pledge. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now for our White Oak chant. This is the way.
Hey, we start again. Hey, we have the knowledge. Hey, to go to college. Hey, but don't stop there. Hey, go anywhere. Hey, this is the way. Hey, we start again. Hey.
Thank you so much. This is Miss Varga's first grade class in with me, and I'll tell you, when I turned the corner in the media center, I didn't even know if I had a class in here ready to go. They were so quiet, lined up and ready. I was just giving them lots of praise, appreciating all that they were doing this morning. All right, I have some words of wisdom for you. One last goose story this week. According to Thomas J. Watson, when one of the geese gets sick or is wounded by gunshot and falls down, 2 geese fall out with him. They follow him down and stay with him until either he can fly again or he dies. In his article titled "The Sense of a Goose," Mr. Watson wrote, "If we have the sense of a goose, we will stand by each other. Geese understand the importance of surrounding themselves with friends who will share not only the journey, but also the burden. They choose friends who will encourage them along the way. And they know the importance of standing by those they care about, through the good times and the bad. Think about how different the world would be if human beings had as much sense as a goose." With something to think about, this is Mrs. Evans reminding you of our motto. Say it with me.
I am saved, I am a peacemaker, I am a learner.
Well, I have a few announcements for you. First of all, I've got to talk about something that's happening in our building, kind of down D wing and E wing. We've had some gum on the floor, and it just looks bad, can mess up the floors, causes more work for our custodians. So we don't really have a rule against gum because we want teachers to be able to make that decision in their classroom. But friends, we got to keep it in our mouth, and we got to do what our teacher tells us to do. And most of our teachers don't let us have it because we're chomping and carrying on with our mouth and not listening. We can't talk very clearly when we have gum in our mouth, and certainly when we get to music, Miss Parr can't hear us singing as well. So there's lots of reasons that we don't chew gum at school. But if you get a chance because your teacher tells you you can, don't spit it on the floor. Use a trash can. We good with that? I know you'll take care of it. All right, a few announcements for next week. On Wednesday, March the 15th, we have Picture Day. So make sure that you're ready for that. On Thursday night, if you want to go over to Paquemiss County High School, the Hurrah Players will be presenting Aladdin. And some of you went to their last production a few months ago. It's $10 per seat. For those of you that like that kind of thing, might want to get your parents to take you out to Paquemiss High School next Thursday night, 6:30. On Friday night next week, March the 17th, we have Family Fun Night from 6 to 8 o'clock. So I hope that you're making plans to come to that. And then the big night that we have coming up, new for us this week, is Duke Energy Science Night on March the 30th. And Kelvin the Spokesbot is our lead person with that. Our lead robot. And he will be there with all kinds of cool activities for us to do. Now you see Miss Brabble has joined me, and she has some cool books that she wants to talk to us about.
I brought a big stack of books today,
did.
but I'm not going to talk about each one of them. I just wanted to cue you in on something. I know that my second grade friends recently have been talking about reading books in a series. That's when we have lots of books by the same author, about the same characters, and it just carries on. And so I wanted to give you some ideas of some series that we have here in our library. One that used to be really popular that I haven't seen my second graders reading yet this year are the A to Z mystery books. There is a different mystery for each letter of the alphabet. This is the empty envelope. So what letter is that? What?
E.
Empty envelope.
A.
E.
All right, Miss Barger.
Miss Barger got
She's
the
going
work
to
to
do
do.
Little Land today.
So yes, there's the A to Z mystery. So there's one for every letter of the alphabet, and it has these same characters in it: Dink, Josh, and Ruth Rose. So that's an example. An old series from when I was a kid, the Boxcar Children. These are old books, but they are good books, and they are about the same group of kids. They're brothers and sisters, and they live in a boxcar from a train. I don't know why. You'll have to read it and find out. If you love Junie B. Jones, and I know a lot of our first graders love Junie B. and second graders too, but if you're ready to move past Junie B., we have the Clementine series. This is about a girl who's kind of crazy like Junie B. and gets into all kinds of stuff. So there's Clementine and Clementine's Letter of the Week and there's all kinds of stuff. Marvin K. Red Post. These are funny books about this kid with red hair who gets in all grades of trouble. This one is called Alone in His Teacher's House. What kind of trouble could you get in there? Another old series that's really good for second grade, and also this one would be good for some first graders who are ready to get into chapter books. This is the Nate the Great series. We have a lot of those too. Now, speaking of first graders, I don't want to leave you guys out. Some of you I know are inching towards being ready to read chapter books, and you just want to do it so bad, but you're just not quite ready. So I have some series that are what I call beginning chapter books. In fact, one of the series is called The Adventures of Benny and Watch, which is an introduction to the Boxcar Children books. So this is a great place to start for first grade. I've got a whole series of these Adventures of Benny and Watch. And if you like Kevin Hinckus, you know, Lily's Purple Plastic Purse and all those books, Kevin Hinckus has a series called Penny, about Penny the Mouse and all the things she gets into. We have Penny and her marble, Penny and her song, Penny and her doll. So that's a good series. Another good one for first grade is the Minnie and Moo series. This is about a couple of cows who get into all kinds of adventures. This one's called Minnie and Moo Save the Earth. We also have Minnie and Moo Meet Frankenstein, and I just don't even know. There's all kinds of Minnie and Moo books. So these are great for first graders who are ready to move to that next step. Okay? So lots of series available in our libraries, and this isn't all. There's tons more series books, but these are just some I pulled this morning to show you. Okay?
Thank you, Ms. Brabble. Well, today is a special day because we have the Barnhill Animal Show for those of you that earned the PBIS award in February. So we are excited about those animals coming. Now, we had a question this morning because everybody has to have their permission slips. And teachers, if you have a friend or two who did not have the signed permission slip, but you can call on the phone and get that permission, we have found out from the Barnhill Animal people that that's okay with them. It certainly is okay with us. We've done that in the past. So we're all clear on that question, and you can call. But teachers, if you don't get written permission or verbal permission on the phone, your friends will need to have an alternate activity, and if there's enough in that grade level, if one teacher would take them and do something different, that would be great. Our friends who cannot attend because they didn't meet the PBIS criteria will be meeting with Ms. Carter, and we have a great activity planned for you as well, but we want you to really think about your behavior, and we'll be talking about being a good student, a good friend, a great person in general when you're in that activity. Let's stand and sing Go Be Awesome. Everybody stand real still and listen to these. Cubbie pause for the adults. Front office staff for always being kind, courteous, knowledgeable, and helpful. Miss Proctor for helping me with an assignment. Miss Askew for helping out with a student in need. Miss Heather Copeland for helping with an assignment. Now for our classrooms. LaShawn Wilson, Miss Dale's class, read his behavior chart. I think that's what that says. Jaden Gilliam, Miss Layton's class, going beyond purple. Auburn Bunch, Miss Hicks's class, reading her behavior chart. Dakir Privet, super reader. Dakir in Miss Privet's class. Malik Slade, Miss Privet's class, super reader. Hayden in Miss Perry's class, awesome job in partner reading. Liza Twitty, being on time for Cup Club. Jay Shaw, Miss Daniel's class, great job on the word sort. Carly Layton, Miss Dale's class, did a great beginning and end for homework. Bryson Ford, Miss Daniel's class, great job in computer science class. Zatavian Sharp, Miss Atkinson's class, great manners on the second grade play. Parker Ford, Miss Atkinson's class, same thing. Anderson, Miss Fairclough's class, good play practice. Jaden in Miss Walston's class, doing good at play practice. Buses, real quick. Ayana Norfleet, 106. Graham Munns, 114. Josie Young, 114. Jaden Gilliam, 115. Brianna Dawkins, 115. Daniel Gilbert, 116. Treasure Bowser, 116. Gabrielle Gomez Garcia, 129. Shamila Jordan, 130. George Mills, 129. Kalia Perry, 117. And Aja Jordan, 117. Aaliyah Cousins, 135. Malaya Bunch, 135. Shanasia, 136. Kendall on 136. Major on 138. Jahir Boyce on 139. I will see you down the hall and in your classrooms. Let's have a fabulous day. Enjoy your PBIS celebration.